Let's see what 11 bushels looks like in a 2,000 bushel grain cart. I kind of do. Some of this is hail damage, some of this is just rain.
It's definitely time to get the puck out. What I mean is these guys.
Real nice. Real nice.
Hi, I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter.
I'm Tony Fast's daughter. Our family has been blessed to farm in Montana
For over 100 years now.
And it wouldn't be possible without the great team we have
and blessings from our Savior,
Jesus Christ.
Morning. Still have not found my sunglasses. I have no idea where those are at, obviously. Time to go look at crops. We should be harvesting already, but with this recent rain, it has sure changed things. I was looking at the rain totals for the year. We've had 5 inches of rain in July, just short of 4 inches of rain in June, and like basically nothing in May. Basically, our months have just shifted. Our rain moved back a month and a half, basically. If we would have had all this rain during normal season, man, we'd have a heck of a crop. But now, we got stuff like this happening. This mustard should be pretty much yellow now, but it just keeps hanging on. And you can see all the yellow flowers out here, like it's starting to bloom again. Lots of the crops are sending out like a second flush of crops. The wheat's got second set of heads coming, like you saw last video, and the winter wheat. They call sucker heads. They come late. So we're gonna go look at some durum that was seeded about the same, right after this mustard was seeded, and kind of make a tour around the crop land and just see what is going on for harvest. Well, here is the durum over here at the East Farm. Look at these heads. They're not very long, but they are filled all the way to the top. And look at all of them weeds. Should have sprayed for grass. It's got lots of barnyard grass out here the way it looks, but one of those things where there wasn't much weeds coming when we sprayed, besides the Russian thistle. Across the section line here, a little ways off yet. Glad to see it's green with all this rain, because the durum really can take a hit on quality discounts if it's too bleached from rain. They want a nice amber color, not white from bleach. So not a real thick stand, but it does look pretty nice. It looks like it filled really good, so should have a pretty good yield. Should have good test weight too, so looks good over here. Besides the Russian thistle and the kochias, and of course some of that stuff's been coming after the rain too, because like that's a pretty small thistle. So lots of fall burn down spraying again the way it looks after harvest this year, which is good because you can kill them in the fall. You have a little better chance of them being good in the spring, being cleaner fields. We are about, 8-10 miles away from the last fields. Been a lot drier down here and a lot more haily. See the kernels on the ground, broken over stems, shelled out. Kernels are nice and big though. Stuff's a little closer to harvesting, but still not ready. And then it got hailed on. Kochia plant is quite amazing. It survives through the drought, and then when it rains, it just explodes. All that green out there is kochia. And we're about at least a week away from harvesting it, so we can't really cut above it. And I hate drought conditions. Now we get to see how we did on our road building. This is the road that the neighbors helped disc up and blade it out. So far I haven't got stuck yet, so that's good. Well, the road's definitely shedding water like we wanted it to. Wanted some ditches here for the water to sit and the raised up, but it's still a little squishy, so I almost got stuck further back there. Not worth tracking it all up. Need a little more traffic on it when it's a touch drier, and then we'll be in real good shape. Yeah, here's where it got a little western before. I think we're gonna be all right though. Oh yeah, we'll have to come back and fix that later. And the crop tour continues. First seeded yellow peas. They should be completely like khaki colored, not the dark brown. That's all from the rain moisture on them that's causing them to get speckled with, some sort of mildew on them. I don't know what it's called exactly. Normally don't deal with that a lot, obviously, but we've got a lot of ripe pods down here with green tops, and that's kind of the problem. Like, can't harvest them. They got that much green on them yet. There's regrowth, there's new growth. Waiting on the adjuster to show up to tell us what they're worth out here for bushel wise. Oh, and then on top of that, we got some hail on it the other day, So where there's ripe ones, there's lots of them on the ground. Just in the waiting stage. Just wait and see. So you can see all the peas that are shelled out. Some of this is hail damage, some of this is just rain and moisture, heat, all that just kind of causes them to get brittle and pop open. So just like that, and the wind blows and they just shell out. So you got ripe pods with green plants, green stems that aren't harvestable. So that's what we're waiting on. All those brown spots there, that would be the hail dings. So there's your proof for the hail. Obviously a lot of it on the ground. So these would be hayable yet. So that's one option, is if crop insurance says there's 1 bushel out here that's harvestable, then we would take that off of our guarantee and then somebody could hay it. Morning. Still haven't found my sunglasses, obviously. More yard spraying to do. Really enjoying the air conditioning in the ridge. Real nice. Real nice. Well, I had the camera set up on the bin leg, looking at the yard as I was spraying, went back to the camera and it had quit recording. And it recorded me like unfolding the booms. So sorry, didn't get to see what I was doing. I just like drove back and forth and sprayed like I was farming that field. Duh.
Well, I don't know how else to say it, but it's definitely time to get the puck out. What I mean is these guys. So these are our pucks for, what they call them, pucks for the field view that go into either the tractor or the combine. They send all that information to the iPad. So yield data, seed population, fertilizer rates, all that fun stuff. That's all transmitted through here. Anyway, so this one actually came out of the 715. I just pulled it out. And we'll get the one out of this guy, which is right here. And it's just about a quarter turn and it pops out. So we'll go put those in the combine, iPads in the combine. That way they're ready to go, because we're getting a little bit closer, a little bit at a time. These are the iPads and iPad holders, and I'll carry those over to the combine, which are over by the flat top building. All right, so puck in the combine goes under this fancy cover. Now first let's unplug the refrigerator cooler. Can you even see what I'm doing down here? So take the cover off and then twirl it around till the notches click. Give her a tight squeeze, make sure it's good, and then plug the lunchbox cooler back in, of course. Oops. There we go. All right, so it has power now, which should be fine. It's not gonna draw a bunch of battery, and hopefully the combines will be running relatively soon. And then the iPad holder can just go right here, like so. And the iPad itself, let's see. So there, and move it to where it, whoo, didn't get it latched apparently. And we'll tweak it if we have to. That'll be good for now. Okay, today is a Wednesday, and I've been without a camera for 2 days. I left it at the shop on Friday for Tony to pull footage off of, and just got it back today. So anyway, what you've missed, whole lot of nothing. A little bit more rain did not help the peas. It actually made it very much worse. So the peas actually got zeroed out. So we're like 11.2% done with harvest and haven't even put the headers on the combine. Interesting way to look at it. I washed the combines the other day. Oh, and I washed the pickup too. Doesn't that look nice? Man, that thing looks nice when it's clean. And I actually kept it clean overnight. That's even better. Tony's out looking at fields, trying to decide what he wants to do, whether we should go try some winter wheat. And, oh, speak of the devil, here he comes. Right there. But, anyway, I'll throw this in, see what I can do about Warren's combine there, the fuel tank cover that we had off last year. I don't know. But I did wash the combines also. Aren't they pretty? So pretty. Last year we were having problems with this combine, the #1 combine that Warren runs. Kept just dumping the power. Couldn't do anything. Slugging the machine, bogging down, all this fun stuff. I don't even remember everything that it was doing. But anyway, we chased a whole bunch of stuff. Turned out it was this guy right here. This wire harness as part of the exhaust. That has your pyrometer, your exhaust temp, runs all the way up somewhere back in there where it ties in. What it was doing was showing that the exhaust temperature was too hot, and so it threw itself into preservation mode, I guess you'd call it, and would just dump the fuel out of the rail, dump the pressure, and to keep from cooking itself. Well, all it was somewhere in here was the wire rubbed through from the fan kicking air on it, and it sitting there slapping up against the tank all the time, and it was grounding out and sending a false information to the computer, making it do that. So we taped it up, finished the year, did okay. Then this year, or last fall, we put a new wire harness on it. So that problem is hopefully fixed. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of money and a lot of time trying to figure that out. We also thought it was something with the fuel center gauge down here, so we took that top off, and that obviously didn't solve it either. We just never put that back on.
Well, I just looked at some winter wheat over here north of Nashua, and I think I found a quarter that we can probably cut. So we're gonna throw in some different set of concaves. We got a set from Bushels Plus. They're hard thrash, mad concave. So we're gonna put those in for wheat. Right there, Tim's grabbing the combine. He'll bring it over here. We'll get those installed. I kind of forgot how to use normal tools since we've been using Milwaukee stuff all the time. The 225s or whatever they are go in the front, and then the three whatever go in the back. Okay.
No smashed fingers yet.
Not yet. Or blood blisters or anything. Hernia. The list goes on of possibilities.
Bleeding from the head.
Yeah. Well, done with that side. We've got a narrower gap in the front. I don't remember what the numbers were on them. And then a little bigger one in the back for capacity. And then the back ones are just stock yet. Time for the other side. And done.
Well, almost done. I gotta use leverage to get tight.
Alright, that's why I got the 1-inch cheater wrench out if you want them.
Yeah, I think they get tighter.
They
on their own. They're like an oil plug. They get tighter on their own, right?
Probably. They were Milwaukee tight to begin with, so I had to use the cheater to break them loose. Well, I just brought the grain cart up here. If you guys didn't see the video where Tim and Dad unloaded it, we've got another demo from Elmer's, the Hallmaster. This year it's the 2,000 bushel one, not the 1,300. So I said, hey, 1,300 was great. Could I get a 1,500 so we could load our grain cart or our Super B's a little better with one load of the grain cart? And he goes, why don't I just bring you a 2,000? I said, okay, that sounds great. So this is the cart we're gonna be running this season. Obviously pulling with the quad track because it's a lot of weight when that thing's full. We're gonna dump what's in the combine into there so we can tarp it, case it rains again, and then I'll just kind of spread it out in the cart. That way it can dry a little bit better. Can you read that? I really can't either from down here, but there we go. 660 pounds divided by 60 pounds per bushel, 11 bushels in there. Let's see what 11 bushels looks like in a 2,000 bushel grain cart. I kind of do. That's hilarious. It doesn't even get close to covering the auger on one side. Boy, it looks like it's going to have really good test weight once it's dry. Green kernels in there yet, plus all the Russian thistle, which that'll dry out to be nothing. That won't be much stockage at all, but we'll let it sit for about 3-4 more days and try it again, I guess.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching, but don't forget, farm hard, pray harder. See you next video.